Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Avanti Morocha. Today I'll show you how to make glitter ornaments and how to personalize them using your Cricut machine. Now let's begin. For this project I'm using clear ornaments. You can use glass or plastic ornaments based on your preference. You will also need polyacrylic, which you can find at your local hardware or craft store. You will also need glitter. I'm using what I have in my studio, but today you can find glitter sequins of all shapes. I recommend checking on Etsy. You will also need plastic caps, a squeezy bottle or syringe, and a funnel. I've already placed the polyacrylic inside the bottle. If you are planning to make a lot of ornaments, get a bigger bottle. Pour the polyacrylic inside the ornament. If you are using a glass ornament, be careful with the neck of the ornament. Pour a good amount of polyacrylic, coat the ornament's interior and ensure the product covers the same area at least twice. Don't forget to cover the ornament's neck and pour the excess back into the can. Place it on the plastic cap for 2 minutes so that any excess will drip. I'll do the same with the plastic ornament. After the 2 minutes, pour the glitter inside the ornament using a funnel. I recommend using a simple funnel. The one I use has ridges where the glitter can get stuck. Instead of turning around the ornament, cover it with a paper towel and shake it. This is the easiest way to cover the interior. Put any excess glitter back to the bottle. I'll do the same with the other ornament. As you can see, this ornament has some blue because I didn't notice some extra blue glitter was left in the funnel. I'm happy with the results in both glass and plastic ornaments. Let them dry and place the cap back. Now I'll show you how to personalize them using Cricut. I'll be using Cricut Smart Vinyl Permanent and Cricut Transfer Tape. Remember to use the strong grit transfer tape for shimmer or glitter vinyl. Only this tape will work to transfer this type of vinyl. Now I'll show you how I put together these designs. To make this one, I use an image and font from Cricut's library. First, I'll insert a circle, modify the dimensions to 325. I'll change the color only because I don't like to work with gray. The ornaments I'm using are 4 inches, however I prefer to work with a smaller base since these ornaments are not flat. Now go to Images, click on Image Sets, type monogram in the search box. Everything with the green flag and the letter A is part of Cricut Access. I'll be using one of these. I recommend using one that is not that intricate. I'll use this one. I'll modify the dimensions and change the color. Now insert text. I'll be using a Cricut font. All the ones with the green letter A are part of Cricut Access. A few of them are free and others are licensed fonts that you can buy. The font I'm using is called Cheap Decor, so I will type it in the search box. When you are using a font so often, I recommend adding it to your favorites using the bookmark. Now I'll type the name, modify the dimensions, change the color, and place it in the position I want. Now I'll show you how to make this design if you don't have Cricut Access, and I will be using system fonts. Insert text. I'll be using a system font. These are fonts that come with your computer, are part of programs you use or that you buy or download from the internet. If you don't know how to download fonts from the internet, check my video about it. I'll be using the font Georgia. Type the initial, modify the dimensions, change the style to bold, and change the color. I want this font a little skinnier. For this, open the lock and modify the width. Now insert a square, modify the dimensions, place it over the initial, select both layers and click on Slice. I'll delete the pieces that I don't need. Now insert a square, modify the dimensions, duplicate this layer. Now select the 3 layers and click on Weld. Now insert text. I'll be using Georgia, type the name, modify the dimensions and place it in the middle. For this one, I'll be using Cricut fonts. Duplicate the layer with the circle. I'll be using a Cricut font. This is inside my bookmarks. The name is Edwardian. Type the initial, modify the dimensions. I'll change the color and I'll change the style from bold to normal. Now I'll add the name. For this I will use Anilu. Type the name, modify the dimensions and place it over the initial. For this you will do the same, the only difference is that I use system fonts. For the initial I use Bumble Heart, which is part of my subscription to Creative Fabrica. One thing that I like about my subscription to Creative Fabrica is that I also get a commercial license. And for the name I use Baskerville, that is a font that came with one of the programs I use. Now I'll send to cut these designs. I'll hide the bases because I don't need them. Before I send them to cut, I will attach them. I'll be using metallic vinyl for the initials, and I'll be using white vinyl for the names. Select all the initials and click on Attach. Then select all the names and click on Attach. Click on Make It. Select on Matte. Continue. Select the material and send it to cut. Fast forward this part of the video. The process of cutting these pieces took 2 minutes. Now select the material for the initials and send it to cut. I fast forward this part of the video. The process of cutting these pieces took 2 minutes. As you can see, I divided each piece. Now I'll weed the extra material. Transfer the initial using the transfer tape. Use the scraper on the front and back to make sure the piece transfer, and remove the backing. Center the initial in the ornament. Some initials may be a little more difficult to place since this surface is not flat. Use the scraper to remove any wrinkles or bubbles. Finally, it's time to place the name. Center the name, use the scraper to make sure the transfer is complete, and remove the transfer tape. Now I'll place the other initial. In this case, I'll cut some slits around the transfer tape to help me place the initial as flat as possible. Use the scraper and then remove the transfer tape. Finally, place the name. This is the result. Placing adhesive vinyl over pieces that are not flat requires some practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. If you are making ornaments as presents or to sell, you could make this box. Check my video about it. The template is available on my Etsy shop. I hope you like this video and you find it informative. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you are interested in a Cricut machine, I'll share the links where you can buy them in the info box below the video. If you are new to Cricut, I invite you to join the Cricut Crafting Corner group on Facebook. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, hit the subscription button, tap the notification bell so you get informed every time I release a new video. Don't forget to visit my blog, follow me on my social media, like this video, and share it with your loved ones. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.